Ace Jim Adams and Dom Starsia. Great to have those guys out here with us. Some of you might recognize them as former coaches at the University of Virginia, former and current. Minnesota-Duluth sends out Michael Radecki, long stick midi from Minneapolis on the wing. He's a star in the making. And Jason Leach for the Yotes. The Yotes look like they're going to come away with the first possession momentarily. Nice check. Radecki takes the check, but the Yotes still come away. And there are those little things, Ryan. You alluded to it. Looks like the Bulldogs of Minnesota-Duluth want to get after it early. Again, Duluth wearing the home whites. The Yotes out of College of Idaho. And a quick turnover, and now we have a little transition opportunity for the Bulldogs. Down to the left-handed attackman, McNamara hitch. Lets one go just wide. Tremonti, the senior out of Apple Valley, Minnesota, with the shot.
Yeah, number 12, R.J. Walker, the first possession there for College of Idaho. You got to do a better job of protecting the ball and spinning the ball and having that ball hit different guys' stick in the opening possession. And, that's a bad early turnover for them.
Oh, and a quick shot and a goal. That's Cooper Carlson. Senior leadership steps up, driving left-handed and to back Jonah Jordan, goaltender for the Yotes. That was placed fairly well.
Yeah, you can't place it much better than that. That's a nice split dodge from up top. He started with the ball outside the box and pushed hard with his right hand and then dodged hard back to his left. So a great split dodge, but what made that ball go in the back of the cage was an unbelievable placement down in the low right corner.
I've scouted these goalies extensively. They're very low, very weak, off stick low, and if you paint that low corner, it's a weakness for them, just like it is for every other goalie that's ever played.
Yep, exactly. Shooting the ball the furthest place away from where that guy's stick is where you're going to find success.
1-0 Bulldogs here in the MCLA tournament. Tremendous production here with Fields going. Shot rings iron. Tremonti getting his recommended daily allowance of iron. And Minnesota making some things, just slowing it down, making some tempo come to them as Tremonti pushes it up top.
Booker, you've been around lacrosse a lot, and we've both seen a lot of lacrosse games. In the early going, you can always kind of find the stud player out there. 23 McNamara. You can just tell he's he's at a little bit of a different level out there. We've seen the ball on his stick on a couple nice feeds here so far, but he's the guy that the College of Idaho better look at stopping here today.
You can certainly identify the good ones fast. He had a tremendous performance in their conference tournament. And speaking of conference tournaments, for the Yotes, number 2, Corey Brady was conference tournament MVP. As we get a shot on the inside, Jacob Pitts getting that one off, and it's going to be Yotes possession.
Crease, in the crease.
In the crease. Jason Leach with the clear. He's got an alley to the goal. Jason Leach, what a save. Batted away and battled by Nasty Nastrom. There's a nice ground ball on the far side for the Yotes. Ball bobbling now as it pinballs in and out of some sticks. Triple teamed.
Quadruple teamed.
Yeah.
Holy cow. Swarming the ball out there.
And Minnesota-Duluth, it is a hot day today. They do have a deeper roster. It'll be interesting. They seem to be using it well here in the early going. They lead 1-0. As a nice work on the clear by Matthew Hockert, just a sophomore for Coach Ben Blazer. Had a great chance to catch up with Matt Greer, the head coach for College of Idaho. guy who attended College of Idaho, started the program when he was a student, stepped away for a moment in time briefly, and then came back, and now he's got him really geared up playing a high level of lacrosse.
Seems like that's a pretty common thing here in the MCLA. You know, there's a lot of times it's a graduate of the college or university that is so passionate about it, wants to stay involved.
And Larson with the goal. Ryan Larson driving a little low sidearm shot. Ryan, that begs the question, where are you on the overhand, sidearm, underhand shot?
Well, I mean, I've always been a big fan of changing it up. So I'm never, I coach a lot of lacrosse as well. And I'm not giving it to guys, too much about shooting sidearm. I think it's good that players change it up and bring it from a lot of different angles. That's kind of my personal belief. Everybody feels a little bit different about that question.
Sure.
That you ask. What's your take on it?
Well, it's funny because you see, the famous coach who, when a kid shoots sidearm and it goes wide, they yell, shoot overhand. You shoot sidearm and sting a corner, nobody says shoot overhand.
It's weird how that happens, right?
Nobody says shoot overhand. You zoom in off the wing and scoop a ground ball on the fly with one hand, no one says two hands. But if you have an open ground ball and you one-hand it and miss it, so it's, I always tell kids, if you're scoring goals and making plays, you're going to be out on the field doing it. But if you're shooting sidearm and missing and not making those plays, now all of a sudden you're going to find yourself standing and watching games or flipping burgers, as we like to say. Yotes down now 2-0 as we get a shot by Gazzetti. Gazzetti, two-time reigning conference player of the year. Some honors and accolades, not quite Powell-esque, but they're up there. The best he can do, you can only play the teams on your schedule. And he is the two-time defending conference player of the year as we get a save by Nastrom.
Minnesota-Duluth's got some big defensemen out there. They're really playing aggressive here in the early first quarter and making it really tough on College of Idaho to produce some high-quality shots.
And as you say that, we get one from outside fading away from the goal. There's another debatable issue is how often do you want to shoot the ball when you're running towards the midline?
Yeah, I think that you always want to end up towards the cage for sure, and that was another one of those not so high quality shots here.
Aaron Canode pushes it across. This is Patwell. Patwell's offering goes wide. This is Canode. Some subs coming in now. 22, Tyler Sanchez. Perfectly clean, Tyler Sanchez. He hadn't been in there, hadn't gotten dirty yet. And here's Blake Barda, the face-off guy. He's one of those guys who plays the full field as well, but he'll step away for Zierden.
College of Idaho just had the ball for a pretty long extended period of time, so if you're Minnesota-Duluth now, you want to get a touch and get possession of the ball and give your defense a little bit of a break here, take a little rest. So, that was the best offensive possession from College of Idaho so far.
And a shot and a goal that time. Ethan Peterson, the sophomore from White Bear Lake, Minnesota, makes it 3-0 Minnesota-Duluth. And you said they had a long defensive stand down there. You kind of want to control things, but if you get to the middle of the field, now you got to make a decision.
Yeah, you got to shoot that ball. And for College of Idaho, Jonah Jordan, this is not the start that he was looking for. Give goaltenders credit when credit is due, but in a big game like this, he's got to make that save.
3-0 right now. We'll step away momentarily, but don't go anywhere. We got a lot of action left.
Life is about moments. If you fight, I fight. If I fight, we fight.
You be there and watch what I do when the bell rings.
Do you have that real look in your eye that when you look at yourself in the mirror, you can ask yourself this question: did I give everything I got? Did I lay it all on the line? Or am I cheating myself?
What'd you say, Quaid?
See ya!
Right at it. Oh! He's done it again!
So whatever you're gonna do, claim it. Leave your mark on this world.
Founded in
from our timeout as the Minnesota-Duluth Bulldogs take an early 3-0 lead here first quarter. Booker Corrigan, Ryan Powell calling the action from Salt Lake City. And the Bulldogs have it rolling. Oh, a little sky whammy, bounces it over the cage. And again, Ethan Peterson. Nathaniel Mukai pushes inside, and now all of a sudden it's Scott McNamara. And here's McNamara. You talked about him, the importance of a great attackman, Ryan. Just you can't understate it.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a nice move. Great shot. And finally, the College of Idaho got a nice save out of Jordan right there. That's what they need. They need him to play a huge game here today.
Oh, McNamara outside of the cage. And Jonah Jordan's going to take it for a little NASCAR lap. Oh, I thought we were going to get end-to-end. Cody Brady, MVP of the conference tournament for the Yotes, gets double-teamed. It's a swarming defense by Idaho. Man, everybody's safe.
To make things a little bit interesting, I always like to put a little something on the line here.
Yeah.
So how about if a goaltender scores a goal?
And as we see that,
Minnesota-Duluth up 4-0 here in the first quarter. But getting back to our debate about the goalies, I think we'll put 20 push-ups on the line while we're on the air.
2 sets of 10?
Yep, 2 sets of 10 will work.
I'm taking Jonah Jordan.
Hey, that was my pick.
You said I get to pick first. Here's McNamara. Had a give and go. Looks cross crease. What a play.
A great start here, MCLA championship week, exactly the way that Minnesota-Duluth wanted to start the game. They have done that. They're putting on
a and they are still rolling heavy like Danson and Highsmith. Radecki gets it down, and this is Pitts. Pitts settles. Has an open man in the form of Tremonti. Tremonti settles, looks the little pony dodge right there. Cooper Carlson, McNamara looking, great cut on the inside. Ball in and out of the stick of Tremonti, and here Jonah Jordan had a shot at it. We're going to get a violation. McNamara playing without a stick. It's going to be Yotes' possession, a possession they sorely need.
Got a couple clears gone bad here in the last 2 times that they've tried to get the ball at the field. Let's see if they can be successful on this one, and then if they do get it into the offensive end, they need to get a little chemistry and get something going here if they expect to stay in and get a win here today.
Nice job by number 25, Kirk Trammell, one of their star defensemen for Coach Matt Greer. And now we get our first flag of the day. Great chance for us as the ball goes skittering towards the side of the box. Yotes. Oh, great shot offside, and we will now learn product that's out there.
Yeah, I think it's awesome what they're doing in the All-American Games, and it truly brings out the best talent from across the country. They do a great job with the selection of the players that play in the event, and I think it's a really good thing for the sport of lacrosse.
I would have loved to see Casey Ryan and Mikey Powell play in that senior game, but there's also that underclass tournament where you can rep your region. You know, the West team has gone to the semifinals a couple times. It's a nice little event. Go to UnderArmourLacrosse.com to learn more about it. But Under Armour fully committed to the sport of lacrosse when they're doing what they're doing, making this possible for the MCLA, which is unbelievably well run.
Absolutely. See guys in the hotel, and they got their swag packs on their back, you know, and got some goodies from Under Armour, and I'm sure they're fired up about it. And you know, see signage all over the place here on site at the venue, and everybody knows Under Armour, and it's really cool that they're in lacrosse. You know, as these bigger companies continue their involvement in lacrosse, it helps the game of lacrosse grow, which both you and I want.
Yep. And another drive to the cage and
you know, we talked about talked to their coach, and he talked about their grittiness and scrappiness. And we got to start seeing some more of that.
You are so right. One thing they did not picked up here. Face off that time by Avion Fisher.
There was this kid, Connor Martin, that played at Chapman and had a short stint.
Oh, Combro Chill.
Combro Chill. Well, he came up with something, the flow bucket, right? Where it was a helmet that's got the mullet out the back. Well, I think these guys got a set of custom flow buckets.
So you think there's actually hair?
They're going to take their helmets off, and they got buzz cuts.
Could it be any better if Combro Chill didn't come up with it? I mean. I apologize for openly laughing on the air, Ryan, but that is absolutely hilarious.
That's funny.
Bro, chill. I am so rooting for Jonah Jordan to take it length of the field. Low bucket.
Just to put it out there, 29, Blake Nastrom is my guy. Goal, okay?
Nastrom's got that little Brett Queener look to him.
He does. He looks like he can go the distance.
Nice save by Jonah Jordan on that side, kicking it out with his left foot. But again, those second chance possessions as Marcus Olson comes up with it. And now it's pushed all the way across the top, and Minnesota-Duluth will settle it in the form of Blake Barta. Barta also a face-off guy. He moves it. Zachary Zeridan. Hockert possesses momentarily, and now it's back with Olson. Zierden, time room, bullseye.
You got guys dodging against the short stick D midfielders from College of Idaho. You got to have some backup in that situation.
You definitely need a slide. Damia Shea, number 0. Walker from the College of Idaho, one of the moms that she helped me with some of the intel, some of the inside scoop on these young men. Tremendous student athletes. I was in the lobby of the hotel today. Half of them had their headphones on, their iPads, laptops out, and they're actually taking classes.
Yeah.
They're paying attention to what's going on in a classroom before they come out to play their game. It's an impressive commitment that these young men make. You said it in the open. You know, they're not getting a lot of priority time on the AstroTurf, on the indoor facility. They've got to really sacrifice to get here to this moment.
You got to even talk about like the financial commitment that all of them are making. Some overpriced college education. They're going to pay another $3,000 to be on the team. So it's an all-around big-time commitment for sure.
They pay their own way to get here at times. It really is a sacrifice. It's a job well done as we get Jonah Jordan with another kick save and a beaut.
Well, I came at Jonah Jordan earlier for making for missing a save that he should have made, and now he's made a couple big ones.
And just as we say that, broadcast.
Point in the game, and he's 5 yards away from the top of the crease, and pretty easy shot and a goal there for him.
And he does.
There's really only a handful of guys that I look at that have been some of the very best offensive players in the world. That aren't well-rounded.
Yep.
You need to have a game that you can score goals and you get assists, and usually the best players that I'm referring to are pretty even on the stat line when it's goals and assists.
Astrom, long looping clearing pass to the top of the box, and again, Minnesota-Duluth, the Bulldogs are doing just about everything right out here in Salt Lake City, Utah. Peterson settles, and now it's with Hutton.
The College of Idaho has no shortage of coaches, do they?
Yeah. A lot of guys, a lot of purple on that sideline, too. You can see them at the bottom of your screen when the camera goes down low there. Far side dodge, McNamara feed, inside shot, goal, easy finish. Great.
Got some concerns here on the defensive end for College of Idaho. Duluth's got some power on the offensive end. They're looking really sharp and, playing really good lacrosse right now. So they're looking to move on and get a nice win here today. And this is the exact start that they've kind of visualized in the hotel last night coming out here.
I don't know that they even visualized this quality of start.
No, I'm not sure about that either. That's a good call.
9-0 at the end of with time still remaining in the first quarter. Long shot goes wide, and it's going to go to the Yotes with the backup. Attackman has checked in. Luke Hanna is now in the game for Duluth at Tremont.
Watch your backside, Greg. Guys, work to the middle. Rotate over, guys.
15 seconds now remaining.
Oh, this would be a huge momentum get right here if they can find a way to put one to the back of the net here with short time left in the first.
Ball checked away. And the ball goes to the ground, and that looks like how the first quarter will come to a close. All Minnesota-Duluth right now. College of Idaho, they're scrappy. We'll see what they can do as far as second quarter when we get back.
Founded in 2009, Lacrosse Talk Radio has the most live and up-to-date coverage of the fastest sport on 2 feet. Whether you're listening to one of our over 200 live youth, high school, collegiate, or professional game broadcasts, or our regional specialty shows, Lacrosse Talk Radio gives you access and insight to your favorite teams and players. Visit us at lacrossetalkradio.com for our broadcast schedules in the Rocky Mountain, Tri-State, and Mid-Atlantic regions. Lacrosse Talk Radio, the official voice of the MCLA.
My name is Pat Young. I started my college career at University of Maryland, Baltimore County, and finished up at University of Maryland College Park. I currently play for the Ohio Machine. This is the Under Armour Banshee. It's the mid-level lacrosse cleat. What I like about it is it's got a low cleat feel, but with the protection of a mid to high cleat. I'm usually a guy who likes to protect my ankles, but I don't like to lose the mobility and feel like I'm wearing a heavy cleat. UA Banshee, untouchable, unstoppable.
I'm Eric Law. I went to the University of Denver and I played professional lacrosse for the Denver Outlaws. This is the UA Command 2.0. I really like the new design of the thinner scoop at the top to help with ground balls, and the same thing in the back with the flare to help with ground balls as well. The pocket, it forms just a nice, easy pocket right in the middle. I also love how light it is. We've been in the sun all day. It still doesn't get that soupy, bendy feeling. Also, what I really like the new addition of is the side rail pockets for the shooters, which doesn't go right in there, which I think is a brilliant design.
Second quarter set to go here in the MCLA Championship Tournament. Great occasion. Booker Corrigan, Ryan Powell calling all the action here in the Minnesota-Duluth College of Idaho game. Minnesota-Duluth having their way so far. And as much as the offense has scored, Ryan, this defense for Minnesota-Duluth has been savage.
Yeah, they've been awesome. They're playing really aggressive. Every guy's big guy, first of all, but they're playing on their toes, and they're swarming to the ball. There's usually a couple guys on every ball carrier here for College of Idaho. So Duluth playing really good on both ends of the field, and they're being nice and patient on the offensive end and producing really high-quality shots each and every time that they get the ball in the offensive zone.
Cooper Carlson, top center, number 20, gets it over to 33. Marcus Olson. Shot, nice save by Jonah Jordan, and that's going to be College of Idaho ball. And here's that swarming defense for College of Idaho as we see Minnesota-Duluth. They collapse on them. College of Idaho brings the ball over, and Minnesota-Duluth just collapses on them every time.
Yeah, they're playing. They're really aggressive to the ball. And College of Idaho doesn't really seem like they want a whole lot to do with it right now. They got to start playing a little bit more aggressive.
Ooh, nice behind the back shot. That offered by number 14, Gazzetti. Nicholas Gazzetti, one of the stud offensive players.
He's been the one bright spot so far for College of Idaho. I'd like to see him get the ball more often.
Yep.
Every possession, every offensive possession by College of Idaho, they need to get the ball to 14, Gazzetti.
That Minnesota-Duluth defense, I half expect to see Pat McCabe, Rick Beardsley, and Chad Smith out there. Those are some guys. They get big, strong guys who can play some D. Shot goes just wide. Speaking of defensemen, Ryan, who's the toughest defenseman you ever had to play against?
I played against some of the best out there for sure. I think that Ryan Curtis, who's from Virginia,
UVA guy.
He's not only was he very athletic and really good, he was a tough guy.
Yeah.
He played with a major chip. His dad, Mad Dog Curtis. I'm not sure if you ever saw that.
Of course I did. Remember who you're talking with, a fan that ran on the field, some Iron Mike Curtis, the Mad Dog.
Yeah.
He took care of that in an instant.
Rob Dorr from Hopkins was an unbelievable player. He was always a tough matchup for me. Pat McCabe, I didn't really play against him a whole lot, but I always had mad respect for him. Just the way he carried himself out on the field and how smart and how talented he was with his stick skills and knowing where to put the ball.
Great save by Jonah Jordan. He has certainly had opportunities to make some great saves, and he stepped up when needed. As the breeze freshens here in gorgeous Salt Lake City. Mountains all around us. Booker Corrigan and Ryan Powell bringing it to you. Minnesota-Duluth yet to hit double digits, but it seems to be impending. Oh, nice save by Jordan. Flip it back to him and let him go end-end. Nice ground ball that time by Luke Hannon. And now it is a low worm burner.
On fire right now.
Ryan Larson, he of the flow bucket, letting that one go. The worm burner. As number 4 for Minnesota-Duluth, Jacob Pitts checks in. Pass to the inside, out of the reach of Larson.
We had a little goalie change here for Minnesota-Duluth. Catterman's in the cage now.
Yeah,
I just want to clarify one thing. I selected a goalie.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, nice play on the inside roll. Jacob Pitts fakes on the inside, then rolls it back out. Sidearm shot right off the pipe. And there go double digits.
That's a tough way to start the second quarter. You know, you really want to try to get a goal, and Coach Wheeler brought him in and said, let's build on something positive here and go out there and let's get the first goal, and that doesn't happen. So they're in a hole here for sure, and they just got to start getting a few things going their way and try to pick up some positive things and see if they can, you know, with their gritty nature, try to find a way to scrap back into this game.
And another face-off win, Ethan Peterson. And the hits just keep on coming. Ethan Peterson now left hand across the top. Throws it back, shot, goal, well placed by McNamara. And that's just great offense. Find the isolated guy on the side, and it also happens to be the 2-time defending conference player of the year. Not a bad way to be.
Yeah, for sure. That's a nice dodge from up top and great vision to find your star on the backside. And nothing that Jonah Jordan can do on that one other than turn and rake the ball out of the back of the cage. Another perfectly placed shot. And
low corner. And now Minnesota-Duluth, the Bulldogs playing make it, take it, inside shot finish, and that is rapid fire as Luke Hannon finishes quickly. And the Yotes are going to counter this time, sending out number 17, Garrett Hensley, to face off, just a freshman out of Boise, Idaho.
That's a really exciting play in lacrosse when you got a face-off guy that wins it out the front.
Yeah, yep.
You got those wings crashing hard to try to get in there and stop the ball, and it's just what lacrosse is all about: fast-paced, high energy, and balls to the wall going as quick and hard as you can to the cage, and always fun to watch.
And it's going to be College of Idaho possession number 22, Tyler Sanchez. Steps in, and he pushes it over to Gazzetti. Gazzetti has it checked away, and it's that defense. They're just doubling them almost every time they get the chance. He was trying to move at that time to Joseph Brandt from Bend, Oregon. Bend, Oregon, home of one of the greatest places on earth.
Home of one of the greatest NFL football quarterbacks nowadays.
Who's that?
You got any idea? Played for the Buffalo Bills and the New England Patriots.
Drew Bledsoe.
Drew Bledsoe
needed a transfusion.
Hailing from Bend, Oregon, or living in Bend, Oregon. He's got kids that play lacrosse, play at Summit High School.
And they called a ward on McNamara. I've been told that Bledsoe's a Cal Poly guy.
He's got a kid at Cal Poly as well, yep. So, Bend, Oregon's getting themselves on the map. They're starting to send more kids.
More than just Bandon Dunes.
Yeah. Bandon Dunes not too close to Bend, actually.
It's North Bend?
North Bend. Well, that's where it's a little confusing. Don't fly into the wrong airport if you're trying to go there, because it's about 5 hours away. I've spent plenty of time at Bandon Dunes.
Yeah. You and I both. Aaron clear that time. It's going to be Yotes possession. But it's all the way on the far end. They're going to need to make a quick pass. They do. And now it's about Coach Matt Greer helping the Yotes just do the simple things well.
This is a good place to start right here. Give the ball to 14. They're doubling them. There's going to be somebody open on the backside.
Gazzetti. Inside feed shot just wide. And again, we did have a goalie change. Kyle Catterman now in. One of the Wisconsin guys on this Minnesota team.
Not many of them.
There's speed on the run right there. I'll tell you what, I'm impressed with number 12, R.J. Walker. Yotes, you're having some nice dodges right now. Unable to connect on the cage. That time, Jason Leach. Second quarter of this first round tournament game, the MCLA. A little backhander, and there's your first one. Count Nicholas Gazzetti took the lid off the cage, and College of Idaho, the Yotes are on the board.
That's a really nice goal right there, much needed goal here, and Gazzetti is their top player. And that possession right there, they produced about 5 shots. That was the best offensive possession that we've seen them have. And I think it's because Gazzetti touched the ball so much. I think that although you might get a little bit tired out, hey, this might be your last run out here. You're a senior, and you got to leave it all on the field. Get the ball to Gazzetti every single time down the field.
Can't hold anything back. It's like when Bobby Boucher showed up at halftime of the Bourbon Bowl. You can't hold anything back. I was thrilled that time also with number 12, R.J. Walker. Walker showed me a speed level that I haven't seen matched yet today. Now, can he utilize that to bring him back into this? Errant clearing pass, saved on the far side. And that's going to be Yotes' ball. Credit the hustle that time with the Yotes defense.
Kirk Trammell, nice ground ball coming in long stick midi play from the wing. Here's Gazzetti again.
Gazzetti rolls back lefty, feeling it, pump fake. What a play by Gazzetti. Easy finish that time by Joseph Brandt. And Brandt's that guy out of Bend, Oregon, not North Bend.
Not North Bend.
I appreciate you teaching that, but what a great look and what a slick finish.
Yeah, Gazzetti's getting some attention to him. Minnesota-Duluth has been very aggressive on the defensive end. If they can, keep getting the ball to Gazzetti, draw that slide, and then move the ball. Keep your head up, great vision like he had, and he showed right there, and an awesome finish down low. After watching the last couple possessions here, you look and think that
the scoreboard's wrong.
Yeah,
you think the scoreboard might be wrong.
There's a chance that these guys can sneak their way and get back in this game.
And you're also right, Ryan. You see the game so well. You've seen it through a face mask for so many years and at such a high level. Gazzetti drove that time. I was convinced he was shooting. The Minnesota defense was convinced he was shooting. And the only guy who wasn't was Joseph Brandt on the back pipe. And he was able to make something happen. And quickly, Minnesota-Duluth answers. Ethan Peterson on a one-man dodge right down the Central Parkway of downtown Salt Lake. And the run has ended at 2.
Ended at 2. We got to get a slide going. I've said it a few times, but the guy's dodging from right up top and bringing the ball 5 feet away from Jordan and cramming that ball past him. So no goaltender in the world is going to be able to stop that shot. I mean, it just comes down to the defense helping each other out and having that first slide come much, much quicker. It's not coming at all right now.
Yeah. Face-off pushed forward that time. But again, Minnesota-Duluth, they're doing the little things well. They're finding a way to claw their way. Oh, big hit on the inside. Clean hit. No flags thrown, nor should there have been. And right away, it's old Tyler Sanchez. Sanchez with the assist. And the finish by R.J. Walker. Tyler Sanchez with a clean look across the top.
Walker's found the back of the cage here a couple times. Number 12, good shooter, right-handed shooter out of Encinitas, California. And, they need him to continue firing that ball. It's always a great shot when it's ting off the pipe to the back of the net. So great placement, nice goal by the College of Idaho.
Jason Leach playing the wing now for Idaho alongside number 6 for Minnesota, Nathaniel Mukai. Mukai got a fresh flow bucket. Face-off win. Walker quickly back into the stick of Leach. Leach pressured. And the ball checked away. They're doubling so frequently.
So fast, so aggressive. But at this point in the game, College of Idaho has to be ready for that. They need to get their attackmen popping out, give little outlet passes, and make it easier because they can beat this defense if they start doing that. The double's coming so quickly, but they got to move the ball quicker, find the open guy on the backside, and produce high quality shots. Easy game, Booker.
It is easy game. You do the simple things well. Here's Larson. Larson carries a little throwback. Hockert patient. Cooper Carlson cuts through for him, and Hockert goes lefty. And here's McNamara, inverted somewhat from his normal attack position. Looking like he was dodging to feed right there. The defense for College of Idaho played it well. Here's Larson. Nice low bouncer. Backed up by number 44, Luke Hannon. Here's McNamara. Great dodge by McNamara. Airborne on the shot. Jumps high. Shoots low.
Great jump shot there by 23 McNamara. He's playing, just at a different level than everybody else right now. Great lacrosse IQ. And what I've been impressed with, that's a really nice goal that he scored right there. But I watched him on the last offensive possession. Great patience, not trying to do too much, letting the game come to him. And he works really well without the lacrosse ball as well. So, like we talked about, being that well-rounded lacrosse player that can kind of do a lot of different things well, that's McNamara right now.
And you say play well without the ball. He's backing up the goal when they need a backup. I mean, that's an attackman's job, is to stabilize your offense and make the plays that the game needs you to make. As we get a nice ground ball and clear by Noah Olson, not related to Mary Kate or Ashley, but did get a nice flow bucket. Old 2-6 on the defensive end. Nice inside, unselfish play. Minnesota showing why they are rolling heavy. Luke Hanna with another goal on the day for him.
This goal was all set up by Ethan Peterson, the face-off guy from Minnesota-Duluth. He was caught in a situation where College of Idaho's face-off guy went to the box. He should have stayed on. You can't sub out if your guy doesn't go off the field. So Peterson played a little cat and mouse with him. He stuck around and stayed out on the field. The College of Idaho defenseman went off and created a 6-on-5 situation, and Peterson made a nice catch and a great dump to the crease there for another goal.
Avion Fisher couldn't get that face-off win. For the College of Idaho. And a timely substitution by number 17, Curtis Trivold. Jonah Jordan standing tall in the cage, and he's 6'6". He should stand pretty tall.
He is a big dude, and he's doing everything that he can to keep the Utes in it here. But, the Minnesota-Duluth has just been getting too many shots, too close to the cage time after time, and one man can only do so much. So they got to get a little bit better play out of their defense as well, and get the ball into the offensive end and stop turning the ball over.
Corey Brady, that time number 2 for College of Idaho. Goes with the shot. We had whistles on the far field, not our field. We are live action. Back up top to Brady. Nice backdoor cut inside. And here comes the double team. And Gazzetti just unable to get rid of it in time. Credit that Minnesota defense. Ball turned over on the far side as the clock trickles down below the 1.5-minute mark here in the second quarter. Thrilled to have Under Armour as the title sponsor of the 2018 MCLA National Tournament. We are powered by Under Armour. Split dodge, errant pass, and it's going to be Yotes possession.
Both on that dodge right there, errant pass, and also College of Idaho, their last possession, errant pass, trying to get up the field. It's so important, you know, in the game of lacrosse, have great stick skills. These guys do a lot of practicing on that throughout the course of the year. So to get on the big stage and have a couple bad turnovers like that, you know, it's frustrating as a coach.
Ball bobbles in, and the Minnesota defense looks to clear it again. Mundo, number 12, inside feed. Nice little hitch move by Marcus Olsen. And Olsen possesses, now it's down the wing to Hannon. And you see the smarts of McNamara, just always he clears out so that his teammate can be open.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And that will do it. Halftime here in our first game of the MCLA Championship Tournament, powered by Under Armour.
I'm Greg Gorenlian, known as Greg Beast. I played for the New York Lizards. I just retired from the MLL, and I face off for Team USA. An elite level face-off man looks for a couple different things. The first thing is the pinch points of the head, the flex points, how it wraps around the ball. The second thing you look for is the scoop. Is it rigid enough? Can it help you get an extra couple ground balls? The third thing is you want durability. You don't want to have to go buy a new head every few games, so this head basically encompasses all three of those. The Face-Off Academy put Command X's heads and their prototypes through the grinder. They lasted throughout the entire grind. They flexed exactly how we wanted them to. So not only were they pliable, not only were they durable, but they were also using in a lot of different facets. So it came out with a pretty good rating. The UA Command X. Dive under, take over.
My name is Pat Young. I started my college career at University of Maryland, Baltimore County and finished up at University of Maryland College Park. I currently play for the Ohio Machine. The shaft is the Meso, and obviously when you look at it, it's got a really sleek look to it. Black on black is pretty smooth. Feel it, it's not too rigid, got a little bit of a grit to it. It's very durable, but it's pretty light. It's got a little bit of a flex to it, so it puts a little bit more on your shot. UA Meso Composite, balanced, battle tested.
Life is about moments.
If you fight, I fight. If I fight, we fight. You be there and watch what I do when the bell rings.
Do you have that real look in your eye that when you look at yourself in the mirror, you can ask yourself this question: did I give everything I got? Did I lay it all on the line? Or am I cheating myself?
What you say, Quaid? See ya!
Right at it, right at it. Oh! He's done it again!
So whatever you're gonna do, claim it. Leave your mark on this world.
Founded in 2009, Lacrosse Talk Radio has the most live and up-to-date coverage of the fastest sport on 2 feet. Whether you're listening to one of our over 200 live youth, high school, collegiate, or professional game broadcasts, or our regional specialty shows, Lacrosse Talk Radio gives you access and insight to your favorite teams and players. Visit us at lacrossetalkradio.com for our broadcast schedules in the Rocky Mountain, Tri-State, and Mid-Atlantic regions. Lacrosse Talk Radio, the official voice of the MCLA.
My name is Pat Young. I started my college career at University of Maryland, Baltimore County and finished up at University of Maryland College Park. I currently play for the Ohio Machine. This is the Under Armour Banshee. It's the mid-level lacrosse cleat. What I like about it is it's got a low cleat feel, but with the protection of a mid to high cleat. I'm usually a guy who likes to protect my ankles, but I don't like to lose the mobility and feel like I'm wearing a heavy cleat. UA Banshee, untouchable, unstoppable.
I'm Eric Law. I went to the University of Denver and I played professional lacrosse for the Denver Outlaws. This is the UA Command 2.0. I really like the new design of the thinner scoop at the top to help with ground balls, and the same thing in the back with the flare to help with ground balls as well. The pocket, it forms just a nice, easy pocket right in the middle. I also love how light it is. We've been in the sun all day. It still doesn't get that soupy, bendy feeling. Also, what I really like the new addition of is the side rail pockets for the shooters, which doesn't go right in there, which I think is a brilliant design.
I'm Greg Gorenlian, known as Greg Beast. I played for the New York Lizards. I just retired from the MLL, and I face off for Team USA. An elite level face-off man looks for a couple different things. First thing is the pinch points of the head, the flex points, how it wraps around the ball. The second thing you look for is the scoop. Is it rigid enough to kind of help you get an extra couple ground balls? The third thing is you want durability. You don't want to have to go buy a new head every few games, so this head basically encompasses all three of those. The Face-Off Academy put Command X's heads and their prototypes through the grinder. They lasted throughout the entire grind. They flexed exactly how we wanted them to. So not only were they pliable, not only were they durable, but they were also used in a lot of different facets. So it came out with a pretty good rating. The UA Command X. Dive under, take over.
My name is Pat Young. I started my college career at University of Maryland, Baltimore County and finished up at University of Maryland College Park. I currently play for the Ohio Machine. The shaft is the Meso, and obviously when you look at it, it's got a really sleek look to it. Black on black is pretty smooth. Feel it, it's not too rigid, got a little bit of a grit to it. It's very durable, but it's pretty light. It's got a little bit of a flex to it, so it puts a little bit more on your shot. UA Meso Composite, balanced, battle tested.
Life is about moments.
If you fight, I fight. If I fight, we fight. You be there and watch what I do when the bell rings.
Do you have that real look in your eye that when you look at yourself in the mirror, you can ask yourself this question: did I give everything I got? Did I lay it all on the line? Or am I cheating myself?
What you say, Quaid?
See ya! So whatever you're going to do, claim it. Leave your mark on this world.
Founded in 2009, Lacrosse Talk Radio has the most live and up-to-date coverage of the fastest sport on 2 feet. Whether you're listening to one of our over 200 live youth, high school, collegiate, or professional game broadcasts, or our regional specialty shows, Lacrosse Talk Radio gives you access and insight to your favorite teams and players. Visit us at lacrossetalkradio.com for our broadcast schedules in the Rocky Mountain, Tri-State, and Mid-Atlantic regions. Lacrosse Talk Radio, the official voice of the MCLA.
Might have the Special Forces unit out there. Man-up opportunity. For the Bulldogs of Minnesota-Duluth. They caught Tyler Sanchez. He'll serve the penalty.
Nice group of officials we got to speak with there at halftime. This MCLA tournament's pretty cool in that respect. It brings a lot of different people into Salt Lake City here. We saw having dinner last night and saw a lot of lacrosse people. And, you know, you talk about the players and the coaches and all the manpower that it takes to host a nice event like this, and families, and pretty cool stuff.
And it is fantastic for Salt Lake to get that flavor of it, but it's also, you know, a huge thank you to the folks at Under Armour, because they are the ones who make a lot of this possible. And the Yotes get a great clear by Corey Brady. Now it's down with Patwell. Oh, Patwell throws a pass that bounces, and now it's deflected, and that pestery Duluth defense.
Body, baby! Body!
Long looping pass. Connected on. And Caterman might go for another spin. Long shot.
Could it go in?
I tell you, Jonah Jordan took his eye off the prize there for just a moment. But now it's Kirk Trammell. Long stick midi. He gets it quickly up to Patwell. Patwell clearly does not have numbers, so he'll get it to Leach. Leach tries the diagonal pass. It gets tipped. They're going to say it was tipped. It was actually tipped by the Idaho guys, but that's okay.
We had a good view of that one for sure.
Yeah, we had
a
right
better
on
view,
our angle.
A better view than the officials.
I'd love to let them hear about that one.
Gazzetti,
shot deflected en route. Never makes it through. And this is Cooper Carlson. Thrilled with the way Cooper Carlson played. I feel like Minnesota-Duluth, everybody knows their role really well.
Yeah, they really do. And they play really unselfish, sharing the ball. And you got these defensive guys are just absolute animals. So much bigger than every one of the College of Idaho offensive players. I mean, I think that's kind of part of the recruiting here. For Minnesota-Duluth, you got to be over 6 foot, you got to be a couple 100 pounds, and you got to have flow, most importantly.
Or at least know the website where you can buy a flow bucket.
Flowbucket.com.
I'm partial to icestainedcorners.com, but you know what? Well, behind the back feed. Gazzetti, he's just battling. He's making things happen as often as he can, but it's just that defense. You compared them to a bunch of animals. What kind of animals? Kittens? Gazzetti gets a step. Lefty, filthy, absolutely Taco Bell filthy. Gazzetti ripping on the run. That kid might get a look to move on.
For sure. He's playing at a different level. Gazzetti's got some game for sure. You know, we talk a lot about McNamara on the offensive end for Minnesota-Duluth. No doubt about it, it's Gazzetti on the offensive end for College of Idaho. He's having himself a good day. He needs a little bit more help from the supporting cast in order for these guys to climb back in, but they've brought it back within 10 for the first time in a little bit here, so we'll see if they can keep it rolling.
Ryan, as we like to say, you know, they've cut it to 10. If they can score again here, they'll cut it to 9.
Single digits.
Yeah, they'll cut it to 9.
Nice ground ball.
Captain Obvious.
Oh, did he go behind the back?
He did go behind the back. And who else but Gazzetti comes
Nice
up
look.
with it. Looks diagonal. One more pass, bada bing. And we are within single digits.
There is definitely no quit here in the College of Idaho. Energy and passion coming out in the forefront on the sidelines. Their team is still fully engaged in what they have going on. Their coaches are jumping around, getting fired up, and that's part of the situation here when you're playing on a team and you're down 9 goals. In order to come back and really shake it up, you got to have belief.
Yep.
If you don't have belief, you're never going to make it happen. So these guys, to me, they are showing the sign of belief, which is a good thing. It starts there.
Yeah, they may not come all the way back, but they certainly have shown the fact that they got some stuff to build on. Their future, it doesn't end here today. Matt Gear, their head coach, understands that there's a process and trusts the process for the Sixers.
Yeah, for sure.
Ball in and out of the stick of number 17, Curtis Travold. Zerdin pushes it behind. This is McNamara. He knows when to dip a shoulder. He knows when to stretch out the sprint. Head up the whole way, looking to feed. That's good lacrosse, guys. That is just good lacrosse.
23, McNamara, he starts the whole thing up. Great dodging, good vision. It's so important for young players that might be tuning into this to always keep your head up. Change of directions. That's going to keep your stick protected from the defense. And, McNamara is playing one heck of a game. I love his lacrosse IQ. Got great vision with the ball. And he seems like a feed-first type of guy.
He was clearly looking to feed there. The other trick I teach attackmen these days, if they want to protect their stick well, gain 20, 30 pounds.
Yeah, that's another thing. That worked for Jason Kaufman.
For those of you who know, Jason Kaufman held a couple scoring records and was stout, portly.
Yes,
a George Costanza-like.
Still the all-time leading scorer in NCAA history. I think it's 453 points, and the guy's about 5'8" and weighs about 200 and some change.
And helped put that great program on the map.
It absolutely
that Salisbury
did.
program didn't have a whole lot of national championships or recognition, and he helped lead them to what is now every kid who goes there, if you stay for 4 years, you're walking with a ring. But back to the action in front of us. Duluth, University of Minnesota-Duluth, dominating the College of Idaho so far today. They spin the ball well. Tremonti gets it inside, pulls it out. And that's the first play. McNamara hasn't made the absolutely best thing he could possibly do.
Yeah, he needed to make a save on that one.
It was a bouncing pass to him. So by golly, son, get on the wall. He'll probably be on the wall outside the hotel tonight.
We're going to make sure of it.
Yeah. I'd like to get on the wall with him. And we get a flag on the far side, and the ball down with it. As the College of Idaho Yotes settle things down.
Get it to Gazzetti and let him do something here.
Here is Gazzetti. Loves that left-hand ripper on the run. Shot goal. Ryan, this is not your first game.
Not my first game, and,
get it to Gazzetti.
Get it to Gazzetti. Yeah. I mean, I've been saying that quite often, but he doesn't touch it every offensive possession, which is maddening.
Yeah.
You got to get him the ball.
Yeah,
because
feed
good
the stud.
things happen.
Feed the stud. Gazzetti with the flag down. We had an offsides that will wipe out the flag. Booker Corrigan and Ryan Powell bringing you the call. Minnesota-Duluth in the home white with maroon shorts. College of Idaho with the dark tops, white shorts, and the sparkly golden domes. Another face-off win for Minnesota-Duluth. They won 72% of the face-offs in the first half. So statistically, they have dominated every aspect of the score sheet except for saves. Jonah Jordan. Yeah.
Holding it strong in there.
Yeah.
He still hasn't gone coast to coast.
No, he hasn't. I might call a timeout here in the fourth quarter.
Go talk to the team. Say, Jordan, you got to go the distance because I got Powell doing 20 push-ups if you do.
Yeah.
2 sets of 10, of course.
What a save by Jonah Jordan. Shrugs that one off. That ball had a vapor trail behind it. That thing had some pace on it. Tremonti, number 11, letting it rip. And here's McNamara, the leader of the band. Shot, goal. He just simply he's got wiggle, he's got vision, he's got 2 hands where he can attack.
Yep, the ball's in his stick quite often, which is good to see. Big fan of giving your top players the ball and letting them dodge and create opportunities. That one he looked to get one for himself, and he certainly did. Put one to the back of the net past Jordan. Jordan made a nice save, earlier, but McNamara too strong to handle on that shot.
Minnesota-Duluth making some substitutions on attack now into the game. Number 22, Jared Johnson. Number 44, Luke Hannon. Hannon had a couple goals in that first half. He's a crease guy. Ryan, did you play with a pure crease guy when you were at Syracuse?
I did not. No, not a pure crease guy. I'll tell you about playing with the best crease guy that I've ever seen play the game of lacrosse. I got a feeling that you might pick your boy Tommy Marichek. He did a little bit more than that, I would say.
Yeah.
Actually, he was a little bit more of a dodger. But Kevin Lavelle, always on the inside, all-time goal scorer in Major League Lacrosse, and just a world-class player. Unbelievable hands. More important than having a great stick when you're on the inside, it's about knowledge of the way to move and the places to get open, and that's where Kevin was so good.
Diagonal pass goes awry. Booker Corrigan and Ryan Powell asking Ryan a little bit about some of his Syracuse days. And Lavelle could finish on the inside. It's not about being open, it's about being stick open.
Yeah.
If your stick's open and you're tough, you can make plays.
Using your body in between your stick and the defenseman is super important. That's where Kevin was so good.
Long looping pass, and the Bulldogs making it happen all over the place. That time, number 17, Tervold with the finish. You're not hardcore unless you live hardcore.
That's a really nice goal there. It's important for Minnesota-Duluth. Get a couple other guys into the mix now, Looks like you're going to, you should handle your business here and move on. So you want to have some good mojo going into your next game. And, having contributions from some other guys is really important, and that's a nice goal.
I spoke with some of the assistant coaches and Coach Ben Blazer from Minnesota-Duluth. I asked him what word would you use to describe your team, and he said grinders. Having watched them for a half and a lot of the third quarter, a flashy bunch of grinders.
Yeah, really,
They're a smooth bunch.
Yeah, it starts with your defense for sure.
Oh.
And these guys are big, strong, tough dudes, and they play that kind of grinding way. And the offensive players having to play against this defense in practice throughout the whole course of the year and in the fall, it's easy to see why the coach would say that about their team and why their offensive unit has turned into a whole group of grinders.
Their defense is confounding, to say the least, as the Yotes get a nice effort by Jason Leach. Leach, cross-crease feed, no dice. Saved on the far side, but no shocker to see the hustle of the Minnesota-Duluth Bulldogs defense come away with possession. Connor Mills and Alex Horace. Uriquat comes over. McNamara settles. Little swim move left to right. Long crossfield pass. Cutter on the inside shot. Save Jordan. No, he ticks off him and goes in. And that's an unfortunate turn of events for Jonah Jordan. He's played admirably today. You know, obviously with this matchup, Ryan, Jonah Jordan, you know, like a kindergartner and a porta-john, he's going to have to stand on his tippy toes to make this thing pull off.
Yeah, that was unfortunate for him. Made the initial save, got a bouncing ball that just trickled across the goal line. But Minnesota-Duluth continues to play unselfish on the offensive end. They don't care who's scoring the goals. You know, that's the way that they need to play. That's how you experience success in lacrosse, being extremely unselfish. And those guys are playing exactly that way, and it doesn't matter for them who's getting the goals. But what does matter is the fact that they're sharing the ball, and they got 19 goals put up so far on the College of Idaho and playing really well.
Sharing the ball, winning faceoffs, and playing a defense that just is not fun for opponents to watch. And that ball's going to stay here as it went off of the helmet of the College of Idaho defender. And now we get a ton. We get Noah Myers in, the midfield junior out of Inner Grove Heights, Minnesota. McNamara's shot just wide. I wouldn't be surprised to see if McNamara's out soon.
You got to be looking at that for sure. He's played really solid so far. You want to keep your studs healthy and rested and ready to go on to the next one. So that was a nice move that he just put on right there, though. McNamara's looking really good. Nice little swim dodge. Good shot. Missed his mark just a little bit, but awesome move to free up his hands.
As the clock is now winked below the 1 minute mark. Low feed, handled well, shot, goal. Jared Johnson coming around from behind, catching the ball with his feet moving, his hands free. If you don't think that's awesome, you need awesome lessons.
Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah. So you're not talking to me. I don't need lessons.
Yeah.
All right, I think it was awesome.
Hands free.
So 22.
Feet
for sure.
moving.
Moving his feet. Yeah, that's what it's all about right there on the inside. So great shot. Delivers one to the back of the cage. Another notch there in the belt for Minnesota-Duluth, and they are playing some really good lacrosse right now.
In a beautiful setting.
Beautiful.
Here we are. It's a nice, secluded place. I know you're not supposed to be within 200 feet of a school or a Chuck E. Cheese, so this is a perfect setup for both of us. I think there's, as we get things moving at the 20-7 mark, Yotes come up with possession. There's no quitting this Minnesota-Duluth squad either. I mean, they're still pressing.
Are you kidding me with the Chuck E.
That's from
Cheese
the Hangover.
reference?
That's the Hangover.
Unbelievable.
You got to keep on your toes, Ryan, or you'll get left behind.
How do you have time to watch the amount of lacrosse that you do with the movies that you know?
They just all make sense. They just all a turnover by College of Idaho, and it will be Connor Mills. This defense for Minnesota-Duluth has been just stifling. Now we have Marco Van Herrenfries from Prior Lake, Minnesota, in number 30. Here he is. Marco Van Herrenfries. You got to drag that R if you get that many R's in a name. And that'll do it for the quarter. We will step away as well. It's all Minnesota-Duluth right now. College of Idaho, 1 quarter left in the MCLA tournament powered by Under Armour.
Founded in 2009, Lacrosse Talk Radio has the most live and up-to-date coverage of the fastest sport on 2 feet. Whether you're listening to one of our over 200 live youth, high school, collegiate, or professional game broadcasts, or our regional specialty shows, Lacrosse Talk Radio gives you access and insight to your favorite teams and players. Visit us at lacrossetalkradio.com for our broadcast schedules in the Rocky Mountain, Tri-State, and Mid-Atlantic regions. Lacrosse Talk Radio, the official voice of the MCLA.
My name is Pat Young. I started my college career at University of Maryland, Baltimore County and finished up at University of Maryland College Park. I currently play for the Ohio Machine. This is the Under Armour Banshee. It's the mid-level lacrosse cleat. What I like about it is it's got a low cleat feel, but with the protection of a mid to high cleat. I'm usually a guy who likes to protect my ankles, but I don't like to lose the mobility and feel like I'm wearing a heavy cleat. UA Banshee, untouchable, unstoppable.
Quarter action set to go. University of Minnesota-Duluth ahead 20-7. A lot of substitutions coming now for both squads. Minnesota-Duluth sends out number 46. Aaron at Jackie to face off. Nice ground ball pickup by Corey Brady. He was the conference tournament MVP for College of Idaho. And their coach, Matt Greer, can't stop saying great things about him. Nice defense by team favorite Marco Van Heteren-Fries. Nice little dodge on the back line, too, although he's getting caught.
Going both hands with it.
And that's going to be a push. More of a nudging, but we'll still allow it to be called. And the Yotes go down. A little transition. They're under them. And we may have had a behind-the-back attempt there. I was blocked off. Is that what we saw, Ryan?
Yes, we saw behind the back. You just got to make the feed down there and get yourself a goal.
Gazzetti.
Trying to do a little too much there with the behind the backs.
More flash than cash.
Yeah, I've had a couple opportunities. He's a really good player. He's having a good game. But, in that situation right there, just dish the ball down there, overhand, and get it to a scorer down in the low block that was wide open. Put one to the back of the cage for your squad,
Yeah.
But again, that's one of those when you got the sidearm shot and it tings off the pipe. We would have been all fired up if he connects on that behind the back.
Yeah. And it's not like it's going to cost them the game. Hutton driving hard to the goal. Now pulls it out, settles, gets it across. Marcus Olsen. And now shot saved or fought off. That's shot by Zierden, Zachary Zierden. He's played admirably today.
He has.
Nice ground ball on the inside. Shot, goal with the finish. One off.
Nice goal there.
It was.
Big frame. Nice overhand shot. Again, that's a shot and a goal. Rest up your star player.
He's replaced by number 4, Jacob Pitts. And he is clearly their star player. I mean, we've talked a little bit about how well balanced they can be, but the balance starts. He's the fulcrum. And the other players balance themselves around him. Oh, nice little split dodge and a great goal.
Yes, this always pesty defense that Minnesota-Duluth has showed today.
And it's also, they've subbed them out. All the starters have been subbed out. So now you're not getting that as much pest.
Not as much, yeah. Not as much pest, and a little different in the size as well.
But more pesto.
More
than it is pesty.
Yeah, more pesto now.
Yotes feeling it right now. Face-off win, flip over the shoulder back. And now it's my man, R.J. Walker. He showed me some flashes of speed. And I want to see him again. Here is Sanchez. Head of steam for Sanchez.
Oh, he's got to shoot that.
Yep, thought so too. Gazette. His right arm is the lead arm, and he dips that right elbow. It's going to sail high more often than not. As Domia Shea dishes it, that's going to be backed up by number 6, Joseph Brandt. Great clear by Minnesota-Duluth. The Bulldogs, not a lot of flaws in their game. Be interesting to follow them as they advance through this MCLA national tournament powered by Under Armour. Number 45, Aaron Ike, checking into the game defensively for the Bulldogs. Great pump fake. And the pass just a little bit too much on it. Matthew Hockert with the errant pass.
Yeah, it'll be fun to watch the next game. Our next call here today, Booker, is Cal State Fullerton versus Kennesaw State. And the winner of that contest coming up next is going to face Minnesota. But I agree with you. Impressed with Minnesota-Duluth.
Yep.
You know, they're a pretty well-rounded team. It starts with their defense. Big, strong defense that plays extremely aggressive. They got pretty good goaltending here today. Like you were talking about 70% of the face-offs they won. And, you know, they got probably one of the top 2 or 3 offensive players in this tournament in McNamara. So they're a force to be reckoned with, and you know, excited to see them move on and play the winner of that Cal State Fullerton and Kennesaw State game.
Great diagonal pass, errant shot. And again, youngsters, right there, Ryan, there's an instance where the shooter stopped moving his feet.
Got to keep those feet moving on the inside.
Yeah. Even if they're just little steps. And White is fully offsides right now. Now they've just marched a guy back. Going to be College of Idaho ball here with just under 10 minutes remaining, fourth quarter. Ground ball hustle by Aaron Ike.
R.J. Walker's played a pretty good game, but as an attackman, you got to be in front of your defenseman.
Yep.
You're trying to be in front of your defenseman for that situation right there. He's getting beat by 3 yards to the loose ball bouncing towards him.
And that defenseman bobbled it 2 or 3 times.
Yeah,
he had some broom hockey going.
Keep your head in the game and stay engaged and continue to build here as a program and as a player. just a freshman, R.J. Walker. So, you know, as much as you can be in front of your defenseman all the way up to the midline, that's what I always tell the attackmen that I coach and teach. So.
Noah Myers, number 8, trying to transfer it from attack, from midfield to attack. And the Yotes will look to clear. Now, Brian, when you were at Syracuse, you had some games that were somewhat one-sided. Is there a time where you clearly said, let's take our foot off the gas?
No, not as a player. You know, I think that's a coaching decision.
Right.
And you try to be like a little bit smarter with generating really high-quality shots on the offensive end for sure. You know, but as a competitor, I always wanted, you know, you want to score more and you want to do more. And I'm going to play full throttle until my coach tells me, hey, we're going to pull it out.
Right.
Let's get a couple touches, get it around on the offensive end. But after we get it around a couple times, I'm going right back to that mindset of doing whatever it takes to go by somebody, for sure. So, but, you know, on the other side of it as well, you got to keep battling. If you find yourself you're on the losing end of it, you know, everything that you can do to build confidence for the next game or your next season, or you're a freshman and you're going to get a big ground ball, you remember that stuff. It's like, you know, the analogy of golf. I play a lot of golf now, as I know you do, but, you know, birdieing, having a terrible round but birdieing the 18th, and knowing that you're playing golf the next
You want to go to
day.
the first tee. You want to go to the first tee after birdie. You shoot 107, but you birdie 18. Let's go to the first. Little E9. Minnesota-Duluth back on offense. This is number 27, Taylor Seager. No relation to Bob Seger. Zachary Zerden loses his footing. And a nice ground ball pickup by Hannon. Hannon's had a couple goals today. Luke Hannon, number 44 for Minnesota in white. Shot deflected en route. Brian Tremonti, left-handed dodge, rolls back righty. And a timely check by the College of Idaho defender. Now we have ball pinballing. And a nice pickup by Zierden. Crease violation, and it's going to be College of Idaho. The Yotes looking to clear. And the Yotes get the clear. And here's Gazzetti. Gazzetti a long way from the goal, but he'll close that gap fairly quickly. Slide comes. And we get a timeout called by Coach Matt Gear. Timely timeout saves the possession. We will step away as well. It's all Minnesota-Duluth right now.
I'm Eric Law. I went to the University of Denver and I played professional lacrosse for the Denver Outlaws. This is the UA Command 2.0. I really like the new design of the thinner scoop at the top to help with ground balls, and the same thing in the back with the flare to help with ground balls as well. The pocket, it forms just a nice, easy pocket right in the middle. I also love how light it is. We've been in the sun all day. It still doesn't get that soupy, bendy feeling. Also, what I really like the new addition of is the side rail pockets for the shooters, which doesn't go right in there, which I think is a brilliant design.
Last moments of the game coming at you. It is College of Idaho possession. University of Minnesota-Duluth comfortably ahead here in the MCLA National Tournament powered by Under Armour. Referee's doing a great. I tell you what, Brian, a lot of times you go to a game and you kind of feel the effects of the referees. I thought today, other than the one tipped pass, which may have been a courtesy call, they've literally been perfect.
I'm not even going to lie to you right now, and I'm glad you brought that up. I think this is probably the best officiated game I've seen in a long time. Other than the tip pass, there's not one call that I would say, you know what, they got that wrong. And they've let them play.
Yeah, they let them play, but it was kind of a generous call because they awarded the ball to the team that was losing by 10 at the time. And it was in the third quarter. So it wasn't a huge deal. But, yeah, and if you can have every game this well officiated, our sport will increase incrementally. And now we got a long stick coming at it. Inside feed. There's no defense, and that's an easy finish for Brian Tremonti. Tremonti, the senior. A quick finish, a long looping pass to him.
Yeah, if you're the College of Idaho, you got to keep playing, though. Those three defensemen that are out there, that's not fair to Jonah Jordan, your netminder, that's had a pretty solid day today, all things considered. But, there was guys down there that just gave up on that play. Play to the final whistle. And always protect your goalie.
And you and I were just kind of talking about, like, taking your foot off the gas if you're the team ahead. But if you're the team behind, there's no gas pedal. It is full-on, flat-out, full throttle. And you're playing to make the next play and to prove to your coach and your teammates that you're there for them and you have their back.
Mike, baby!
This is Marcus Olson. Jacob Pitts possesses, gets it up quickly to Noah Myers. Here's Myers. Right-handed alley, pushes it behind. Has an open man on this side, didn't see him. Now they get it to him. Little hitch move shot. Hit a foot en route to the goal, and Hannah picks up the loose change. Great ground ball pickup by Ethan Peterson.
Minnesota-Duluth pretty content here and getting out of town here with not out of town, they're staying in town actually, getting off this field number 5 here in the opening round of the MCLA championships with a nice W. So they're just spinning the ball. They're getting a lot of different personnel on the field here in the fourth quarter and letting a lot of guys get some play time that don't always get to get out there and contribute for the squad. So pretty cool to see when guys come off the bench and
always
get an opportunity to play. They're punching in the clock just like every one of the players at every single practice, traveling on every trip, making that same commitment like we talked about, both financially and academically and all that good stuff. So pretty cool.
William Budell, number 16, defenseman for College of Idaho, with the takeaway that time.
Oh, tell us who's got the ball now, Booker.
Oh, that's your main man, Marco Van Herrenfries.
He's been playing great, actually.
Yeah, he has.
But we're right next to the bench, obviously, but this team comes to life every time he touches the ball.
Taylor Seeger possesses. Now it's up top. Zierden digs a shoulder down. Looking to bear in. Pushes it behind. Pitts gets it up top quickly, and this is Olson. Olson sweeps. Lefty shot. Pitts splits back to his right. Nice same side feed. Nice save by Jonah Jordan. Here we go, Jonah. Have yourself some.
Oh,
come on, Jonah Jordan. Shoot it.
20 push-ups.
Shoot it. Oh. Jonah Jordan's got jets. Wouldn't count. No, they're on sides. They got a guy standing. He doesn't care what I say. A little sweat off that brow, Ryan.
Oh, my God. I thought I was dropping right here. I like how you clarified 2 sets of 10. It's not 20 straight push-ups, 2 sets of 10.
Believe me, my mirrors work. Fully functioning mirrors in my house. I'm trying to get those carnival mirrors where I can look tall and thin, at least hang out at home with a skinny guy.
1 minute on the clock here in the fourth. Booker.
As Joshua Hutton, number 5, checks in for Minnesota-Duluth. He's been in and out of the game so far. A lot of guys have played earlier than later. You know, the guy you have to make sure you get out of there is Scott McNamara. Just a junior, but he is a STUD. Pitts. Nice split dodge, and now we get flags flying. 3 of them, it's Bastille Day. A little bit of a hit.
Pitsy wants that shot back there.
Yeah.
He missed that top right corner. He was going to get hit regardless. You might as well put the ball to the back of the net.
Yep, they all count one, whether you stick a corner or a dribble. We had one dribble in earlier. No pictures on the scorecard, right, Coach? 34 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. Under Armour doing such a nice job of helping support these young men and they really do. They support themselves. You know, they got to pay money to be on the team. They got to pay that travel budget. They have to make sure that they're accountable in the classroom and around campus because they're part of something bigger than themselves.
Coaching staff not very happy at Tremoti there. They were taking that shot. They just want to clean this thing up and let the clock wind down to zeros.
4, 3, 2, 1.
And that will do it. Minnesota-Duluth, comfortable winners. Final score 22-8. Ryan, final thoughts.
Well, I thought that Minnesota-Duluth, they're a force to be reckoned with. It's going to be fun to watch them move on here and play their next round matchup, see how for real they really are. But McNamara's an awesome attackman. He does a little bit of everything for this squad. But like I said before, it starts with their defense. Their defense was a bunch of grinders like their coach talked about. They got good goaltending play. They were awesome at the face-off X. When you add all of those into a blender, that's a winning team and sets your team up for success. And that's what we had here today. It was a one-sided matchup, and Minnesota-Duluth played an all-around good game. And
College of Idaho, something to build on for the future. They did, in fact, qualify for the MCLA championship tournament. For Ryan Powell, I'm Booker Corrigan saying we'll see you in the interview tent, and we will see you back with the next game in just about a half hour.
I'm Greg Gorenlian, known as Greg Beast. I played for the New York Lizards. I just retired from the MLL, and I face off for Team USA. An elite level face-off man looks for a couple different things. The first thing is the pinch points of the head, the flex points, how it wraps around the ball. The second thing you look for is the scoop. Is it rigid enough? Can it help you get an extra couple ground balls? The third thing is you want durability. You don't want to have to go buy a new head every few games. So this head basically encompasses all three of those. The Face-Off Academy put Command X's heads and their prototypes through the grinder. They lasted throughout the entire grind. They flexed